allow me to introduce myself. Recognize me and let me pass into the heavens. Adhivadaye Angirasah Bhargaspratya Bharatvaja Traya Rishaya Prabharanvita Bharatvaja Gotraha Apastamba Sutraha Yajushakhatyaye Drona Sarmanava Mahamasmi Bho Ashwattama Ashwattama.
Namaskaram. I feel really honored to have this opportunity to talk to all of you guys. So we'll not waste some time and we'll just get right on to the performance we watched today. It was so moving. You got me at the first strike. There was not a second that I probably watched away from, with my mobile phone or something. I was just right into it from the first go. So let's talk about how this idea stemmed. Why Dvija? Dvijottama. Why him? When compared to any other character from Mahabharata, why him?
Um, for me, he's one of the characters I performed from the Mahabharata. Along with Drona's character, I've also performed Duryodhana, I've performed Krishna, I have performed Karna, Ramdhari Singh Dinkar's Rashmi Rathi. Drona specifically, I was earlier doing a story narrative of Drona, and I always felt I wanted to explore the narrative of Drona and engage with the audience with that, because there are a lot of questions with this character. Wherein the entire Mahabharata is about always the question of is right that which is defined as right, or is right that which for a large population is right? What is right? What is dharma? So this is a person who is always caught in a conundrum. He socially is not supposed to be a fighter. He's supposed to be a teacher, but he fights. He wants money. He wants prestige. There is a particular ambition, an ambitious streak that he develops. And that is because of a particular trauma he himself undergoes in his young age. But he never allows himself to not feel the aftermath of that trauma. There are ample points in his life when he could have resisted and walked away. He does not. So, what makes a person take up a choice which is so wrong? What is, why does he feel that it is correct with what he does? So, this kind of intrigue that was there in the life of this character, that was interesting. And conflict is what makes drama run. So, such a conflicted character, so I thought that the drama is self-created.
And the choice of language. So we've seen people do it in Hindi or Kannada or any regional language, because you don't need to translate certain words, right? But whereas you beautifully incorporated verses from Mahabharata and certain pravaras, certain Sanskrit verses that is very that was so impactful. It gave so much more. It highlighted, and it did not give away the essence of the character. But at the same time, you used a language that was more universally accessible. So why choose English? How was it to find a line where you cut the verses from or you incorporate the verses? How was it? How did you find the balance in the language?
I mean, living in Chennai, the audience that comes to see theater, the kind of theater which my company creates, are mostly people who are more comfortable with English, and also because in schools mostly English is the language in which the education is imparted, and we are also people who teach theater in schools. So our relationship with students, with the language, is something which has been going on over years. Most of our audience is also comprising of the students who studied from us. Now the same play has also been translated into Tamil. So I do have a Tamil version of this play also. But whenever we do it in English, it becomes more comfortable to travel. Later, this role developed itself in the way that we see it now. That Anu is depicting different characters, at times also being the essence of what Drona stands for, but more of his attachments, his fears, his bete noirs. That's what she started representing finally.
Would you prefer to work with solo productions or like a group play?
We do both. We do both ensemble and solo productions. I personally feel that every actor should do at least one person, because the exploration of this space all by yourself is a very liberating experience. You know, to be all alone. I think that proves the mettle of an performer. So in my theatre company also, all actors are encouraged to do their own solos.
But to captivate an audience for 1.5 hours, 1 hour 15 minutes, when you're just at the center, and there are no props except for your stick, and then there's nothing else. It's just you, and it's all about you. And to have so much conviction, how do you go about it? And especially remembering so many lines. Do you have a process, a method?
I think the important thing to remember when you're doing a one person is that you are engaging with the audience continuously. There is no moment of when you let go. That engagement has to be kept alive and fresh and powerful all the time. I think it awakens a performer when they are doing it all alone. And definitely, ensemble is a lot of fun because there are more people to interact with. The dynamics are far more exploratory in that sense. But one person is, I think, that actually brings the actor's complete craft to the fore.